this, if you take a look at this hook, here, I don't know how clear it is up there at the moment. But what you want to do is you want to heat up the shank where you're going to bend it. Now they make these hooks already pre-bent, and you can tie them that way. Dairiki and Daiichi make these hooks pre-bent, and I have some of those. But most of the time, especially the Daiichi hooks, their shank is a little bit on the thin side, so I like to use a 3 extra long with a 2 extra heavy hook. Now, in order to get this soft enough to where it bends, because these hooks are heat treated, if you try to bend it right now, it would snap in half. Even though you're only trying to bend it just that much. If you're only trying to bend it that much, it will snap on you. So what you do is you take a lighter and hit the shank right there where it is. You don't want it sitting there too long, because you can actually burn the metal, where the metal actually starts to disintegrate. But if you hit it 3 or 4 seconds with the yellow part of the flame, and it leaves a black charring mark on there, that's sufficient enough to take the annealing out of the hook shank itself. So all of the hook shanks that you have already been pre-treated. But I wanted to. You'll look at it and you'll see that it has some black stuff on it, and all that was just being treated for just a few seconds with the lighter. All right. Okay. Now, this one is super easy. It's only got 3 materials. If you want to put lead on it, I usually put the lead on first, but I like the way this one tumbled without the lead on it, especially since I was using a split shot. I didn't want it getting stuck in between the rocks, so I fished them unweighted.
You gonna bend that, or just?
No, I'm going to bend it afterwards. And that's the problem.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you bend it and you didn't heat treat it enough, then it'll snap on you and the fly's no good.
Yeah.
Tie in a short section of the rubber leg material. Now what you want to do is you want to start it up a little bit higher. Start your tail just up a little bit, because you're going to want to wrap down on top of it. You can tie it in one strand at one side at a time, but a lot of times it works out just fine tying them both together. Look at the shape. Alright. Then tie in your material. And then advance your thread to about mid-shank. Okay. Now for those of you who don't have the rotary, you can just wrap it overhand, but what I normally do is I'll just take and wrap it up to where my thread is. Right there. And then tie it off. Right in front of that, you tie in a set of legs. Okay. And after you get the legs in, advance your thread about an eighth.
About halfway to the eye?
Yeah, about 1/8 of an inch. No. And then wrap your material up to where the thread is and tie it off again. Then after you get that far, tie in your next set of legs in front of that.
Looking good, we got it.
Yeah, Bruce is an old pro at it now.
Bruce is a little pro at it, huh?
Mitch, do you prefer doing it this way, where you keep it advancing the chenille, or?
That's the way I normally tie,
Oh,
but I thought it would be easier to just tie the legs on first and then go through, but I wasn't anticipating the legs getting all tangled up like that.
you probably could have gone through if you weren't gonna use the rotary, because you would have had your other hand, you know, moving your legs out of the way as you were wrapping the chenille. It's because the rotary kinda flip the legs all over the place on you.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Tie that cord in, right where your thread is.
Okay. There.
Well, have you done this before? Have you done this before? No. Do that, or you get the leg control. Don't worry about it.
We got all three sets of legs in.
Do you? I've got all three sets in there right now. I'm just looking for the rotor legs for the antenna.
You got
Bruce, you okay there, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it's coming along good for you. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Doing the other now?
I just have just a couple.
Take a couple of X's, right? X's.
Oh,
that's
Right, across this.
Tell them what to do. Across this way.
Tell them what to do.
Okay. After I put in the antenna,
Go through there.
after I put in the antenna, I wrap the,
Yeah, there's a.
You need to shorten that.
looks like I need to tie it down again, but
Same color, so the package says the same color.
Just want that.
Sure.
tie them down hanging over the eye. And then right after you get the antenna in, facing the right direction, then just whip finish over the top.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
So we just have,
Take an X back down. There you go. Now.
And if you're like me,
Now they're gonna take, it's just fine. Now,
if you guys are like me and don't put head cement on your flies, whip finish it at least 2 times. 3 times is a charm.
so now.
You don't use cement?
I don't use head cement, not normally.
Get your thread, run your thread forward. The rubber. One more thread, there, right there.
About the extra antenna.
I'll clip off the extra antenna afterwards. So then, after you do that,
Put it right where you had it when you bent it.
now what you can do is you can actually put knots in the legs and make the legs go in whatever direction you want. But what I do now is I'll take my thumbnail, I'll push it in right there, and then just bend the hook. You can use a pair of pliers too if you want, but I find that the thumbnail works adequate for that.
Forgot to pinch the
and
barb.
that's it. I'll leave them pinch the barb. I don't pinch the barb unless I have to. And then after that, all you need to do is tie knots in the legs if you want. If you don't, it works fine without it.